have a chat about the way I actually discovered you, and this is going to be Marmite for some. I definitely know your feelings about it, but I discovered you through your Korsakoff release, and
Yeah,
which jumps into a crazy Makina happy hardcore style breakdown to
yeah.
obviously send the track out. What was the name of the track again? Can't remember the name.
Dramatic shift.
Dramatic shift. Yeah, very,
Yeah.
very dramatic shift. So obviously the Makina sound, very, very popular in Middlesbrough, up north, Tyneside.
Yeah.
What are your experiences of Makina growing up, and obviously let everybody know your thoughts on it as well?
Yeah. Oh, well, so as in my youth, I did go through that phase, going down park, listening to it on your phone, Bluetoothing tunes and MC storming and stuff like that to each other. And stomping, sorry. Um and and I did have a phase where I did like it back in school, but um my palette got heavier and heavier, and then that kind of got pushed to the background. But then being around it recently, um, like I'm just constantly surrounded by it, with my friends making it and my friends putting on nights around it and stuff like that. And like, say you go to an event in Borough that's been put on, like say it's don't like there'll never be like a dedicated drum and bass night. There'll never be a dedicated house night. It'll be like, oh, there's a bit of house and then Makina at the end. There's a bit of drum and bass at the start, but there's Makina at the end, sort of thing. It's always like that. So you can't escape it.
No. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's one of those weird things in different areas around, even around the world, like music,
yeah,
it has its own little pod, some styles. Like, I mean, if you go to Yorkshire, you've
yeah.
got you've obviously got a lot of hard house coming out of that and things, and obviously some hard style and stuff like that as well. London, you have grime music.
Mhm.
I mean, you go to Japan, you've got Makina and K-pop there as well. It's just weird little pockets of the world that obviously quite popular. I mean, did you have any Makina artists that you liked that you can remember?
Uh, so no, sorry, no. I can't name. The only Makina producer I can name is my friend who does it, and he's smashing it at the moment. Shout out Celestial.
Yeah.
But like he when I go and make Makina as well, um, because of my lackluster knowledge of it, he's my like go-to reference. I'll be like, right, I feel like doing one of these silly Makina like sort of switches to jump up tunes today. So I'm just gonna go to my friend and just listen to one of his tunes because I
Yeah.
don't really know where else to go, sort of thing.
Well, a lot
So
of Makina comes from Spanish as well. There's a lot of Spanish producers that went on to do hard style and stuff like what's his name? Ponteri. He was like a big Makina producer. And then
yeah.
obviously from Japan, you've got M Project. There was a
Mm,
few people in the UK from Humberside. There was a guy called Triple XL, a good friend of mine, Wayne,
oh
who
yeah.
was doing it. And then I believe there was like, I mean, my experience is Hangar 13. When we were in Sheffield, we went to hardcore nights called Uprising. We always
Yeah.
heard of a guy called DJ Scott who ran these Hangar
Oh
13
yeah.
nights. So you heard of him? You heard of DJ
Yeah,
Scott
yeah,
Hangar
rings a
13?
bell, yeah.
Yeah. So he was like one of the shining kind of names in that industry. And me working in a record shop in Sheffield, I used to run a record shop called Reflex. Well, I say I run it, I used to manage it. I didn't run it.
Yeah.
But basically there I'd always have all the, because it was all, Makina was always picture discs
Yeah.
constantly. You never got black vinyl. You always got full picture disc vinyls with the
Yeah.
Makina stuff like. So there was a lot of that coming through as well.
Mm.
Do you remember Uprising and Destruction? Did you ever hear of those in Middlesbrough?
No, I think the only popular sort of like Makina sort of night or movement that I've heard is, I think it's the one everyone knows about, is New Monkey in Newcastle.
Yeah, I mean, New
Yeah,
Monkey was
yeah,
the term, weren't it? That's like the
yeah,
Geordie youth culture. New Monkey was the name for Makina, weren't it? For quite a bit, and there was a
yeah,
club. There was a club called it as well, weren't they?
yeah, yeah. But apart from that, like I only ever really experienced it in my youth in like party sessions. I was never like maybe going up and asking IDs and stuff like that. It was just kind of background party music that then
Yeah,
just
yeah.
yeah.
I know. I obviously, like I say, no how big it was there, but yeah, we did get the odd Makina DJ playing in Sheffield at the hardcore nights. He was like chucked in between like M Zone and Marky
Yeah.
G and producer and Paulo. So you get Gabba, Happy Hardcore, Bounce, Scouse House, because you had that Scouse House from Liverpool. The only thing we didn't really get at Uprising was obviously the other big sound coming out of Sheffield, which was like Speed Garage, completely kettle of fish that. But there's a house producer that's quite big now that used to play Makina, Patrick Topping. Did you know he was a Makina?
Oh yeah, I didn't know he was a Makina producer.
Yeah, he made and DJ'd Makina back in the day before he become a big household name. Doing
that's crazy that I didn't know that. I keep seeing adverts for him on Facebook all the time. That's well interesting that. I didn't know that.
So another question, obviously, for you guys watching: who are your favorite Makina producers? Have you come across any, or who are your worst ones? Let us know in the comments below.